Hi, I'm Stephanie, and this is my response to the copyright articles and videos. There's no way for me to give a response without at least having the articles in front of me. I think the number one thing I got out of watching the videos and reading the articles was learning just how detailed the laws with copyright actually are. There's a lot more that goes into the copyright laws than I was aware of. It seems like it's a constant, it's being constantly updated. The last part that I read and watched about schools and teachers being able to now use media in the classroom, I found that interesting because obviously it has to do with our class, and I think that there's something that caught my attention was I think that there's a big difference between the conversations we had about downloading a song, which on iTunes it could be like $1.99 or about $1, whatever it is, and then the difference between stealing and downloading movies. I think there's a lot more that goes into movies. I think to get bootleg movies is much different than downloading a song. A lot more goes into a movie. There's definitely needs to be recognition to the original creators of the media. Same as a song, but we already talked about downloading songs and why it seems to be more common than people who sell bootleg DVDs. I think copyright definitely is a good discussion in a class like this one because I don't think most people know the actual legalities to each section. I certainly wasn't aware of all the different sections that were included. I thought that this article, Copyright in American Culture, this is very interesting because it gives you the history of where copyright started, why copyright is such a big part of literature and media like today. I think it's interesting because copyright's not going to go away, all the problems that we have with it. It's interesting, when we started this class, our professor started talking about how he has had a lot of problems with YouTube, and it didn't cross my mind that copyright laws would even be a problem in a class like this because we're constantly watching videos and projects like the remix videos. We're going to be taking clips. I thought that the Disney movie was cool. It definitely got the remix portion of what we're learning. It was a good example, but I thought it was very hard to follow. Very choppy. I know that was the point of the video, but it was very choppy. But it obviously brought to the attention what we're talking about here, taking different pieces of media for academic purposes. And it just got me thinking. I never realized how many times we steal or borrow clips for whatever the purpose is. Most of the time it's probably going against some law. I never thought of it that way. I'm not sure I even understand all the different specific laws with copyright, but I know that now, at least in schools, we can use different media clips, and I think that's a positive. I think this article, though, was the best because it's important to know how this started, why it started. There's probably been tons of examples of people who just steal other people's work and don't give credit to the original author or creator, and that's obviously very important. It kind of relates back to the Girl Talk clips that we watched. I think it's definitely important to always give recognition to whatever work you're using, obviously, and not play it off as your own or take credit for those ideas. But I also think that needs to be more leniency when it comes to colleges or schools, whatever it is, any academic purposes for media clips. There's a lot more good that can come from adding on to others' creativity while giving credit to the original owner of those ideas. I think that in class I'm going to learn a lot more about the actual legal aspects of copyright, since it was just a lot of information coming at me that I'm not familiar with. But it seems like the last article that I read online it seems like there's progress for schools today because technology plays such a big part in our lives today, and there definitely needs to be it definitely needs to be clear to students. I don't think most students have any idea what they can take and what they can't take, and I never even realized for a teacher the legal aspect that could potentially get them in trouble if they take something without knowing the right copyright laws. So, yeah, all the articles and video clips were interesting. I thought the Disney one was going to be great, but I got the point of it, but I didn't think that it needed to be that long. It was hard to follow. And the movie before, it was good. They're all good, like I said. It's just a lot of information that I'm unfamiliar with, but I look forward to the class discussion.